Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Monday, we're right back to the top of the workshop looking at the top performing map at the moment, and it's this one. Now, the creator we have done twice in the past, both times very recently, and I find it very frustrating. I've told them this directly. Not in a bad way frustrating, personally frustrating. You see, it takes me about 6 months, probably thereabouts, to make a map. Well, this is the third time in 6 weeks that we're reviewing their work, which means they're producing a map about every 3 weeks at the moment, and they are all mighty fine. This one, whilst not my favourite of the three, still stands up as being mighty fine. It's like picking a favourite ice cream parlour, you know, your least favourite one's still a very good one. BonBonBingo is also very good, link is in the description, and of course my favourite thing of all time is of course the daily reminder, here she comes wearing yellow. Well, it's more of a mustard, but mustard's good, it just makes it look hot. Thanks very much for your support. Today's map is Ancient Isles of Demis by Demis. I've got to say the thumbnail isn't like the best, but it's okay. Imagine how well this map would be doing if it had a striking thumbnail. There's your start square. Start square looks very interesting and is perfectly playable. No grumbles with that at all. We have got terrain heights which are very buildable in the centre of the map, and then like a ridge of mountains around the outside. Yep. Resources are good and strong and bountiful in the locations that they are. They are workable too. And if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, well, there's all sorts of fishing all over the map and no convenient location for me to put the index. So it's on the edge there. Off to the workshop, what do we need? Well, nothing. It's a completely vanilla map. We're using the realistic 1.5.5 temperate theme, the realistic 1.2 LUT. There's a nicely written description, as always, defining themselves as a deity. Yeah, whatever. And yes, I mean, basically, they've ticked all of the boxes there, including telling us a bit about tectonics. I don't know where the tectonics really come into this one. It's not like this is a proper volcanic map. I mean, yes, there is a volcano or two, but we're not focusing on those today. You'll have to check the map out for yourself. Also, the intersection marking tool, if you have it, you don't need it, but if you have it, you'll get all of the intersection markings. They are slightly flawed though. Look at these, they're pointing the wrong way. Mind you, it's consistent across the map, so maybe it's just this location. But yes, the lines are supposed to point towards you to prevent you from doing a U-turn. And yeah, it's every single intersection, which is, I mean, it's consistent. So it might be deliberate, or it might be that today they are learning what I learnt from you guys, and this is what I love about this show. I have learnt much. Let me show you this one as well, just to show you it is consistent. There you go. So yeah, that's the one I learnt this from you guys. You pointed it out to me that these chevrons actually should be angled towards the driver, and yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I have seen very rare real-life locations. I think I've seen one playing GeoGuessr where the traffic, like the billboard's facing towards the traffic as well. That's good work. Yeah, I was playing GeoGuessr, and there was somewhere, it was Mongolia or India or somewhere, where and it was probably just a bad road painter got the didn't understand their instructions. Maybe a trainee, I don't know. So yeah, they do exist the other way around, but generically you should have them pointing towards the traffic, not pointing away from the traffic. It's not an arrow to indicate which way you're supposed to be driving. That's effectively what the point we're trying to make is. But yes, I love that. Oh, truck stops, okay, or picnic stop even, actually, also. Over here, we actually have some benches facing, because you've got a nice, well, you would have a nice view if it weren't for the trees. A nice view over the water. We've got some bins down on either side as well. You can have a little picnic. If you are hungry and you've got no food, though, you've got to cross across all of the roads to get to the burger van. Is it a burger van? Or is it a soda bar or something? Anyway, yeah, that is a nice thing. It's a very nice thing. And Demis is all full of nice things when it comes to this sort of map. There's your next intersection. We'll take a left here solely because the start square is down this route, and so and because we're 100% vanilla, we can't have strict lane controls because we've got 1 lane or 3 lanes. Those are your options. Oh yeah, could have 2 lanes one way, but that would be the zonable roads, and traffic would have to slow down and then speed up again. So it's fine. It's fine. Demis, full of the skills, full of the quality. Yeah, this map, the layout is very playable. I'm liking the layout. There's your start square. And actually, we've got a nicely detailed roundabout going on down there as well. Let's have a quick peek at that ground level roundabout. Just as we're down here. There you go. Bit of detailing there. And we'll carry it along, shall we? Carry it along and see where the road takes us. And good key work as well to mark out these sort of like the highways going into. It's a sunken highway effectively from this point across for a little while, and it's very nicely done. What makes it not my favourite? Well, first of all, because the first map we reviewed was exceptional. A little bit of blue mantle there. That's one of those tiny little things that are holding it back. Tiny little things that are holding it back. But yeah, the first map, Attempteria was outstanding. If you watch the second review of Blue Mantle there as well. If you watch the second review, don't watch the first one. The first one is a mess up, but I've left it in place because we are effectively reviewing a map. It's just not the map that you think we're reviewing. Read the description. But yes, the first one was outstanding. The second one was very, 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 very good. This one is very good. I'm removing a couple of verys. It still falls into the very good category. In terms of vanilla Let's Play, you are going to have a lot of fun on this one. I would say a couple of... I don't know, how best to describe it. Decisions that I don't personally agree with, that somebody else would personally agree with. There we go. So it's a personal take on this one. The highways meet up with the rail at this point. We've got a bridge there which is nicely detailed and pulling back from, so we can have a proper look at it later rather than now. So there we go. The rail goes a little bit sunken there as well into a tunnel. I can't remember if this is the route that I wanted to go, but we'll follow it anyway. And if it's not, we'll take the other route in a minute. So yes, there are a couple of, like, the theme. I'll talk about the theme a bit later on in fuller detail. Yeah, that's a dead end. I thought I might be going down the wrong route there. Back onto the main line. The theme is a good, strong theme. I'm not complaining about the theme, but the way that the theme has been handled on this map, I think I would have chosen a different theme. Specifically, something like Mr. Miyagi's Mossy Mountain theme would have worked very nicely on this map. So that's just a personal shout. Well, I'll show you why when we get to the second half of the show. I've gone with that. And also, in terms of the detailing, yes, it's vanilla. Yes, it's vanilla. There's nothing wrong with that. But in terms of, we got some strong set pieces. But the standard stuff, like these little the hedges marking out these little tiered farms, which we'll look at in the second half of the show. I mean, they're fine, but I'm not feeling them, if that makes any sense. And it is possible to do hedges, and for me, to be able to actually really feel them as being hedges. It's just one of those, again, down to personal taste. There's nothing wrong with the work. It's just not lighting up the old the fire in the hearth for me, you know. Anyway, heading off towards the edge of the map now, so we'll take that intermission. We'll come back, check for the shipping, which is strong, check for the water flow, which is good, and then we'll have a look at some points of interest.
Do your cul-de-sacs look like this? Do you want them to look like this? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to the Perfect Cul-de-sacs by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And so back to the Ancient Isles of Demis by Demis. So dietetic Titic. No, it's not coming. So godlike. They named him twice. And factoids, when they come up later, factoids, I thought I would Google Demis to see what came up, thinking I would end up doing a factoid about Demis Roussos, the 1970s, maybe early 1980s, Greek, I'm sure he was Greek, singer, big guy, used to wear a dress basically. It's got a name. I was going to say caftan. It's not a caftan, but you know, it was very distinctive. Big beard, big voice, amazing singer. Waterflow, I said it's good. I thought it was going to anyway. I thought that Google would bring up that, but what he came up with instead was something a little bit different and a little bit grown up. So I decided to go with that instead. Something to look out for. So when we do that, that'll be why. And the book is still here for days that I feel like dipping back into it. The map as a whole, again, looks very playable. Nicely designed, nicely laid out. And here we go. Into the middle of the map, we have some nice detailed areas like this. This little mini mountain in the middle here. Look at how nice it looks with all the green coverage over it. Just want to remember that green coverage. While we're down here, though, we have some very beautiful parks, very pretty, nice. I mean, this is 5-star level detailing. It's, I'm not saying there isn't. Also, subliminal messaging. How many stars do you want for your map? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Okay. You can't have 10. I know there's 5 on the other side. You can't have 10. I'm not saying you're getting 5 either. Over here we've got another little feature area. I'm liking this. You'll spot the mini grumble. We do have a nice little canal going up the side here, ancient canals. You'll know that I'm all about the ancient canals if you've seen Bonbon Island. And then we have these temple type structures, and I'm loving this work. Okay, loving this one here. You can see that you can like get in underneath, but don't mind that too much because there'll probably be rooms in there anyway. This temple, on the other hand, while it looks amazing, and I'm pretty sure that Demis couldn't see this in their builds, but this is how I've got to review it as I find it. And we have got a little bit of blue mantle there, and a streak of blue mantle across the back as well. This is pretty bold blue mantle. Again, I'm pretty sure Demis didn't find it like this, but the work itself is exemplary, apart from that little minor grumble. Okay, let's talk about themes, okay? Look at the tree coverage on the side of this mountain. It's trying to make it look very tropical, okay, very green. This is where I feel that the mossy mountain theme would have come in much better. Because you remember that little mountain down by the parks, whatever? Yeah, that looked amazing with the green coverage. This doesn't, for me. It just doesn't work for me. There we go. And I did say about the hedges. I mean, these are fine. Don't get me wrong. These are absolutely fine. But they don't light any fires in the hearth. So yeah, that's fine. I'm loving the design. Just doesn't do it. Anyway, we do have the Essential Lighthouse. Isn't she lovely? And again, a good strong rock work along on this quay. Looks amazing. And pre-cut harbour as well, looks amazing. We've got a little feature area going on here. Not entirely sure what all this is about, but there's nothing wrong with it, and it adds a bit of interest, so that's nice. And we have everybody's favourite factory. In fact, there's another double factory at the end of a rail line, which I was actually originally trying to find, but I think I've taken 2 wrong turnings or got onto the wrong line, one or the other. Been seeing a lot of this work lately, the bridge pillar work along the bottom. I mean, this is as good as it gets. I'm absolutely loving this. This is outstanding, striking, amazing work. The bridges don't really excite me too much as vanilla bridges go, but the groundwork or the waterwork down there really does. So again, always good strong work coming from Demis. While we're buzzing around in the air, I just wanted to point, we did drive over these, but I thought I'd show them anyway. I'm liking this. This is really nice. Yeah, nothing really to say about it apart from its good strong work. I like it. And we have it's a castle. As castles go, it's great. It's great. It doesn't go to the next level. It does what it needs to do, and I would say I like that. I do. And if we fly back down to the start square, we have an asset of the day. And this one is the Sunken Plaza Park by Psixovaniy. And Psixovaniy, we've got a few of these from Psixovaniy at the moment. Won't show them all. We did look at one last week. We'll have a look at this one this week. And we may have a look at one next week if they're still pumping them out, if they're all really, really good, which they will be. And factoids, because factoids, remember, I googled Demis. Demisexual people only feel sexually attracted to someone when they have an emotional bond with that person. They can be gay, straight, bisexual or pansexual, or have any gender identity. The prefix demi, well, we know this, means half, which can refer to being halfway between sexual and asexual. And I found that moderately interesting because I don't know, I mean, I wouldn't describe myself as demisexual from that description, but yeah, I do feel I needed a bit of emotional bond with somebody to really find them attractive. Anyway, Sunken Plaza Park by Psixovaniy. That is today's asset of the day. And goodness me, yes, there's a little bit of BonBon info for you. Anyway, we've done the map. What do you think of it? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right corner of your screen, or the link in the description. It will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple, or a Patreon account. But what do I think of the map? Well, aesthetically, it's strong, it's memorable. I'm loving the design. I'm not feeling it, but I'm loving it. So I think I'm going to go as high as I can for 3 stars because I'm loving it, but it's just not grabbing me. So there we are. It's still good though. Come on, it's still good. Detailing on the whole is pretty strong. I think there have been 1 or 2 interesting choices made to go alongside some excellent work. This would go into at least medium low 4-star category for me if there was no blue mantle, but we've came across at least 4 bits, so I've got to go medium high 3. Gameplay feels very playable. I would spend too long cleaning things up to really fully enjoy it, but most people would have a good time on it. So for that, I'm going to go middle 4. So yes, 3 and a 3 and a 4 normally isn't enough for the BonBonB seal of approval, but I think it's there, you know. I think it's there. I'm going to go with it. But it's down to, like with anything, down to personal taste. You may or may not love this. But I think if you do like it and you play it, you're going to have a good time on it. So there we go. Anyway, that's it. That is it. Still got the October graphics going up there. It'll take me a couple of days to sort that one out. So if your name is on there or shouldn't be on there, I'll pull it off later anyway. Anyway, we're still pull it off. Stop it. Stop it. If you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the words of the day in the comments for some population points just for fun. And I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. Have a great day.